Hello everyone, welcome to Empowered Yoga Foundations 1. My name is Aubrey and I'm so glad to have you here. Today you are going to need your yoga mat, a pillow. If you own a yoga block, great. Otherwise, we are going to use our water bottle as our makeshift yoga block. And let's get started. So to begin, we are going to sit in a cross-legged position, separating the flesh from our sitting bones, those little bony protrusions between your butt cheeks, and just takes a moment to wiggle your body out, give your legs a little bit of a squeeze and a rub, and how about a couple of sighs? Now, no matter what time of day it is, we are going to get in the present moment. The present moment is where you have this awesome position of power, and we're going to take charge of our day. So let's roll the shoulders up, back, down, and together. This is going to open up our chest and get more oxygenated blood into our body, which we want. Take a couple of palate cleansing breaths. This is what I call them anyway. You'll breathe in through the nose and exhale, swallow. Try that again. Inhale through the nose and exhale, swallow. One more time, just for good measure. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. Now let's move on. Allow your palms to face up to the sky on your knees. Bring the index fingers to meet the thumbs, just the tips. And we're going to bring the shoulder blades together now, just allowing our heart and chest to open up. Imagine as if there was a string attached to your sternum to a balloon, and it's allowing you to lift, to feel lighter, and to improve posture. Now, I remember when I first started to practice yoga, even this pose was not my jam. So give yourself some grace today and let's get going. We are going to now dive into a style of breathing called Ujjayi breath, or ocean sounding breath. And it can best be described as the bratty teenager breath. And this is what I mean by that. You're going to inhale through the nose and exhale, let out a sigh, contracting the back of your throat. Try that again. Inhale and exhale. Now, if that's challenging for you, you can also do this. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and go like you're fogging a mirror. Inhale and exhale. Now keep going as I'm going to do a little talking. Inhale, exhale. The reason why we start with our breath in a yoga practice is because you got to switch out of the crazy day-to-day monkey mind and start to drop into your physical self, and to check in with what the heck's going on, all right? So bear with me here. Breath work is just like strengthening any other muscle, right? We need to just do it a little bit at a time, and you're gonna get better at it, I promise. All right, let's take a couple more bratty teenager breaths. Inhale, exhale. Two more. One more. Now, I close my eyes a lot when I practice yoga. This helps me get more into my body. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same. Next, we are going to pair breath with movement and set an intention for our practice. So let's bring our hands now to our heart. I'd like you to visualize your breath entering your heart center. So take another deep breath. Inhale. Now we're not going to pretend bratty teenager. We're going to go back into the ocean sound. It's a little more positive that way, right? Inhale and exhale. Using your imagination, we're going to unlock the pineal gland. We've got to dust it off, especially as adults. We don't use our imagination enough because we want to visualize love entering our life, more love entering our bodies and exiting. Building our foundation with our practice today, setting the tone of self-love, self-acceptance, and just showing up for ourselves. That's all you got to do with me. Let's take one more deep breath. Inhale and exhale. All right. Now from here, we're going to begin to move. So I'd like you to come to all fours. This is called tabletop. You're going to spread your fingers nice and wide so the hands look like starfish, and curl your toes underneath of you. Now start to push through your hands and your toes, and we're going to push so hard that we're going to round our back like an angry cat, meow, and then you're going to drop the belly down like cow, moo. Let's push, cat and cow. And instead of angry cat, we're going to put a smiley face on that cat, like the cat that has the heart eyes. Let's visualize that one. As you do your cat and cows, make this the most important thing that you're doing right now, because it is, and coordinate your breath with movement. So inhale through the nose and exhale. This time, let's take the breath a bit further. So we're making that ocean sound as we're moving and grooving through cat and cow. But I want you to think about really squeezing your butt in that cat, and then you can let it all hang out. Squeeze your butt hard, hard, hard in cat. Let it all hang out. Really squeeze your butt nice and tight and relax. Good. Now bring your body into a neutral spine. You're going to take your right hand. Yes, this is a pop quiz. You got to know your right from your left, and take your left foot back. Make sure it's opposite arm as leg. Sometimes people get confused on this one. We're gonna go thumb up, right thumb up like you're hitchhiking. Flex that left foot really, really hard and spread your toes wide. Now pretend that you're in this loving game of tug of war. Reach your right hand out in opposition to your left heel, lengthen and lift. Now squeeze your butt. Now the next contraction you need to make is drawing your navel up to your spine. Ooh. And then come back to all fours. Let's go back into cat and cow. Now, the reason why I have you squeeze your butt is because that is a part of the different contractions or bandhas that we utilize in yoga. It's actually a part of your core. So now, as you squeeze your butt in cat, I want you to squeeze your pelvic floor. It's those muscles that stop the flow of urine, okay? So nice tight butt squeeze, and you're gonna kegel. And we call that, my friends, the Mula Bandha. Bandha in Sanskrit means lock. Take that one more time as you're just flossing the spine. Oh, feels delicious, doesn't it? Now, other side. Tent your left fingers and take your right heel back. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen to strengthen, and then hitchhiker thumb up. Now flex the heck out of that right heel, or foot rather. Spread your toes really wide. Yes, you have to start to become aware of all these little tiny nooks and crannies on the body. That is hence called kinesthetic awareness. Where's your body in space? Get that heel up, Aubrey. I just caught a glimpse of myself. Reach out, push away, and the next bandha that you want to engage is actually that throat lock. So inhale and exhale. Let me hear the breath. One more, inhale and exhale. Good. New move. Stretch back into an active child's pose, and we're going to activate it by taking our hitchhiker thumbs up. This is actually a hand position. In yoga, we call it a mudra. And we're going to start to dissolve the ego, start to let it go. Just imagine any type of negative thoughts dissolving into nothing. Like, I can't do this, I'm not flexible, or this is boring. Let it go. It's okay. Just let your ego stay outside of this room at this moment. Take a full belly breath in. Now feel your belly against your thighs, and I'd like you to pull your belly button in towards your low back. Squeeze your bum, kegel, and that belly button squeeze is called the Uddiyana Bandha, or the umbilical lock. There will be a pop quiz at the end, and if you don't get all the answers right, you owe me money. Just kidding. All right, let's take the fingers out, and we're going to step into a kneeling lunge. So I'm going to swing my right leg forward, and this is where a block or like your water bottle can be nice, where you just kind of prop yourself up. I'm going to get that out of the way that you could see me, but you don't need it. We're going to make sure that we are not going over the toes just right now. And you might want to get a thicker yoga mat if you feel like your kneecap is grinding in the floor. So I need you to poke yourself in the butt to make sure you're doing a nice butt squeeze. The reason why, we want to open up these hip flexors. Now everybody, let's take the arms up overhead and imagine that balloon lifting your sternum up again. Exhale, take the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Now squeeze your bandhas. As soon as I say bandhas, let's think bum, pelvic floor, belly button, and that throat lock. That's a lot going on. Do the best you can. As you're squeezing, you're breathing, you're paying attention to coordinating that breath with movement. Inhale, lengthen to strengthen, and exhale, bring it down. One more time. Inhale, lengthen to strengthen. Exhale, bring it down. Nice. I'm going to take that. I'm going to get my block out of the way. Bring your hands to your instep and just swing or slide that right foot back. Now let's push back into our child's pose again. Thumbs can go up, forehead goes down, and feel your hips getting further back to your heels. Make sure you're engaging your muscles here. This is not relaxation yet. Inhale, exhale, squeeze your bum, squeeze that pelvic floor, pull the belly button in, contract your throat. Oh my gosh, there's so much to think about. How could you think about anything else? And slowly come on out of it. Take that left leg forward. All right, I'm going to use my block. I always like using my block once it's there. Let's allow the hips to drop down and give yourself that little butt poke. Roll the chest open. Don't you feel a difference where it's like, oh, you automatically feel lighter? And then put a smiley face on. Changing your physiology is a thing, okay? So forcing a smile, even when you don't want to smile, I promise you it's going to make you happier because your body is memorized and told you when I'm happy, I smile. Right? So from the outside in, even if I'm not happy, I'm going to force that smile and it will lighten the mood. Let's take a few more. Now wiggle those left toes just a bit so that you're not gripping them into the ground. Breathe with me. One more for good measure. Wonderful, everybody. And let's come on out of this. We're going to slide and glide that left leg back. Next, you can use a block or a pillow for a quick form check if you'd like. It's not necessary though. You're going to start to walk your hands closer in towards one another, and we're going to lower down into a kneeling push-up. Now see if you can tuck your butt underneath you, right? So this is considered anterior tilt. We're going to go posterior tilt. We're going to pull that belly button up and in, creating like an ab vacuum, and you're going to try to adhere your elbows to your ribs, tapping down towards the ground. That is called chaturanga. From this point, you could drop down to your elbows for a little sphinx pose. Now push out of the shoulders, and you want to press your pubic bone towards the ground. Guys, just do the best you can on this one. Give me a tight butt squeeze. That's important. Most people have low back problems because they ain't squeezing the bum. Now let's start to bring the hands back. Inhale, smiley face on. Now exhale, pull that Uddiyana Bandha in. Activate your child's pose. Let's try that again. Let's come forward, and we're going to slowly lower down. Now get that belly button in. You can breathe. Lower down and start to press up. Squeeze your glutes. If you need more into your cobra from Sphinx. From Sphinx, come into cobra. And I lengthen to strengthen. Squeeze bum, squeeze bum. I promise you, not only will you have a amazing looking derriere, but your low back will say, thank you so much for not putting all that stress on me. One more time. Inhale. Think about really not letting those elbows spin out. That's the tough part. When I first started to practice yoga, all I wanted to learn was this move right here. I thought tricep push-ups were so impressive, because they are. Lift your sternum up with the balloon, and let's press it all the way back. Whew. All right. We're going to exaggerate these moves. So we're coming into our downward dog, down dog, or double D, as I like to call it. Curl your toes under from tabletop. Now press your hips high to the sky. This is where you can let your elbows spin out a little bit. Look at your hands. Make sure those middle fingers, don't you be pointing them at me. Point them straight ahead. Well, I guess it is kind of at me. You're going to put your middle finger straight towards the top of your mat, not out to the side. I see that happen a lot. So let's start to bring the elbows out to the side. You can nod your head side to side, up and down. You could take a couple of bicycles of the heels. And anytime you need to break, just drop down and come into tabletop or child's pose. Now the next thing in down dog that you want to recognize is where your feet are. Are they really wide? Are they touching? We want to go for about hips distance apart. And oftentimes we overestimate that. We're like, oh, my hips are all the way, they're so wide. No. And believe me, your hips are perfect, just the way they are. We're going to take the right heel to spin in to meet the arch of the left foot, and then spin it out. And now you could try that with the left side. Spin the left heel in and then the right heel out. That's approximately hips distance. We're going to take it. Now at this point from down dog, we're going to start to walk feet to hands and come into a move called ragdoll, where you're going to crisscross your hands at the crooks of the elbows. All right? Soften your knees and allow gravity to just stretch your spine out. Oh my gosh. And how about the jaw? In this position, we're going to stretch the fascia of the face. You're going to make some funny faces. In fact, you're going to breathe in and exhale. You're going to stick out your tongue and breathe some fire. Inhale, exhale. So I don't know what kind of day you had, but if you need to burn anything from the day, like burn it to the ground, maybe a conversation you had with somebody, maybe a person, place, or thing, that's what I want you to imagine. Use your imagination. Just allow any type of fear or doubt, anger or sadness, burn it down to the ground now. Now, as you're burning it down, you're going to start to sway side to side. And allow this movement to emanate from the soles of your feet. This lock or bandha is called the pada bandha, the foot energy. Pada, think podiatrist. I hope you're taking mental notes. Just kidding. Just allow these words to go into your body. You don't have to stress about them, to be honest. The more you practice yoga, they will come naturally to you. They're inside there. Your body is taking it all in. Now as we're swinging and swaying in the breeze, allow the swings and sways to become a little bit bigger. Oh, I feel like I could stay here for the next 40 minutes, but we got to move on. Now we're going to bring the sways slowly, slowly, slowly to a halt. And I'd like you to give yourself a nice big hug, smile, and take this moment to affirm, I am enough. I am loved and I'm important. Say it. I am enough. I am loved and I am important. Come on now, do it again. I am enough. I am loved and I'm important. Now we're going to bend the knees and allow ourselves to slowly roll up the spine. We're upside down for a little while, so take your time as you come on up. Pick those shoulders up, back and down, and coming into what we call mountain pose or Tadasana. Give your body a little wiggle and take a body scan. How do you feel? You could even do a little tapping right now just to check in. Excellent. So we're going to move on. I'm going to face you this time. So you're going to take your big toes together to touch and spread your toes wide. We'll take a couple of swan dives. So we're going to inhale, deep breath, touch the sides of the room, and then all 10 fingers touch. Exhale, blow me a kiss, mwah, and come down into a forward fold. Next move is called monkey pose. So we'll take a halfway lift, breathe, and look my way. Exhale, come all the way back down, big juicy hugs. Now from here, keep your butt sticking out and look out to come up. It's like your hamstrings are really, really trying to engage. Now give me a nice tight butt squeeze at the top. Hands to the heart and back into Tadasana. Let's repeat that again, facing you to the side. Inhale, exaggerate the move, tight butt squeeze, and then exhale, mwah, blow me a kiss. Come on into that nice tight forward fold. Inhale into a halfway lift, navel to spine. Exhale all the way back down. Let's reverse our swan dive. Use those hamstrings to come all the way up. The hardest part of a swan dive, gang, is honestly trying to keep your spine elongated. What I see a lot, and I'm going to encourage you to assess your form, to record yourself. I see swan diving kind of like this, like cat, all right? And so I want you to stick your booty out, all right? Like you're trying to show it off to the person behind you. And that's okay, because they're really not there. It's just your imagination. So see, I'm sticking my bum out. And see what a difference that feels, so that your back is not bearing the weight with this. All right, one more time with a nice, nice butt sticking out all the way up. Now squeeze the bum, hands to heart center, and back into Tadasana. Good. If you need a quick drink, get a drink. Now we're going to be moving on to some warriors. Warrior, strong. You can beat your chest, get ready for it. I got my microphone on, so I gotta be careful. All right, gang, let's start with our right foot forward. You're gonna take a couple of steps back with your left foot. And that left foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Get your protractor out if you want to be really, really honest with yourself. Now, keep a nice juicy knee bend in this front knee and allow your hips to drop down. We're going to reach up and we're going to think like we're raising the roof. Okay, so you're going to press through the heels of your hands, that we can start to work the extensors of the hands. Inhale, raise the roof, and on an exhale, you're going to open up your hands out to the side, big chest expansion. Inhale, raise the roof, and exhale, now let's drop the lunge down an inch or two, so straight down. Inhale, raise the roof, exhale, drop down. Now I'm going to kind of scooch my back foot a little bit. And 2 more, give me a nice tight butt squeeze. I know you guys think I'm butt obsessed, but I'm saying this because it's a great cue to get us eventually to activate all those bandhas, all right? And again, I mean to make the world a better place from the rear view. We got it, we got this, last one. Okay, now from here, raise the roof, take your hands down to the mat. Spin onto the ball of your back foot, drop your back knee, and take that right leg with you. Good stuff. Now let's practice that kneeling push-up, tricep push-up that is, which is called Chaturanga Dandasana, crocodile pose, yeah. Now I'm gonna lift halfway, but keep my elbows in, squeezing glutes, exhale, press it back into your activated child's pose. Breath in, breath out. Now, replant your starfish hands, curl those toes under, lift hips high to the heavens, double D, down dog. Inhale, rise high to the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend your knees and just take some steps forward, feet to hands. Give yourself that loving, juicy hug and say, oh my gosh, hamstrings, I love you. Inhale to a halfway lift monkey pose. Pull that belly button in. Exhale back down. Now, blow me a kiss. Look out to come up. Stick the bum out. Tuck your tail under you, hands to the heart, ta-da, sana. Okay, left foot forward, right foot a couple steps back. So we're really getting into the psoas here, which carries trauma and a ton of tension, and we're gonna release that stuff. So allow your hips to square up, square forward, and let's raise the roof again. This time, inhale, exhale, sink. Inhale, exhale, sink. Build your strong foundation with your legs. Guys, gals, I need you to squeeze your leg muscles. We have to keep everything activated as we're doing this. Let's go 3 more times. Smile, or stick out your tongue, that's fine. Last one. Good. Hands, come on to the inside of that left foot, wiggle the right toes back, and let's step back into our kneeling plank. How are we doing with this? So maybe the block is there, just to say it's your little guide. That's how far I want to go down. And it's going to be tough at first. If you're not used to tricep push-ups, hey, we all start somewhere, right? Got to crawl before we walk. And one of my favorite quotes, come on to child's pose, is you got to be a disaster before you're a master. True dat. Okay, good. So we got our warrior 1 in. Come on up into your double D. Stretch it out, stretch it back, and step it forward. Big toes together to touch, big juicy hugs. Inhale into a halfway lift monkey pose. Exhale back down, reverse your swan dive. Hello hamstrings, all the way out and come up. Hands to heart, shake it out, Tadasana. Let's add on our second warrior. So now we're gonna keep that right foot forward again. We're gonna step back, but it's gonna look a little bit different this time. You're gonna externally rotate that left hip. So what that means is your left toes, they have to be pointing to the wall, all right? And make sure this right knee is not collapsing in. I see that happen a lot, and because it's tough. We gotta activate those quads more. We have to also activate our outer thighs. So we want to visualize like the glutes are wrapping backwards to our tailbone. Now from here, you're gonna come into a traditional warrior 2. And you wanna think about being strong and that you are a badass, okay? Inhale, exhale, sink. Inhale, exhale, sink. Now, really, really think about your muscles squeezing around the bones as you sink into your lunge. You're creating a little bit more tension, and you want to think that this tension, this is the good kind of tension, the kind that starts to define, to tone, to strengthen and lengthen our muscles. 2 more. I'm just taking a little baby melts down. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, just drop down deeper into your lunge. Good. Now we're gonna cartwheel the hands down to the floor, and you're gonna spin onto the ball of that back foot, step it back. I'm not gonna go into full chaturanga with this foundations class, but if you know it, you could show it, that's fine. Slowly come on down with strength and control. Inhale. Are you squeezing your glutes? Tell me yes. Exhale, stretch it all the way back, thumbs up. Full breath in and a full breath out. Starfish hands return to the mat. Big power push into your double D. Rise high, bend deep, step it forward as best as you can. Big hugs all around, squeeze those quads. Inhale, halfway lift into your monkey pose. Nice gang, and then reverse your swan dive all the way up. Come on up, touch those fingertips, hands to heart. Tadasana, give me your best posture and even lift higher. Yes, like you're about to just float up to the sky. Side two. Now that you know what to do, let's just talk a little bit more about the technique. So keep those left toes pointing forward. Your kneecap should not be covering your big toe. In fact, cover the pinky toe instead. Now glance back, activate those inner thighs, and we're going to present ourselves. Make your pose like this most beautiful work of art. And what does that mean to you? Is your work of art, is it graceful? Is it strong? Is it bold? Is it focused? Have any of those words that you want to apply? How about confident? That's one that I've been really, really jiving with lately. Confidence. Full breath in and a full breath out. Full breath in and a full breath out. Take that strength. Keep the length in the arms. Good. Let's cartwheel it down. Now we're going to go to that high to low push-up. Just be mindful of that transition as you spun onto the ball of your back foot. Lower with strength and control. Inhale into an easy cobra lift. Strong arms, strong back of the body. Exhale, activated child's pose, and come into your double D. All right, now we're getting it. We're in the groove. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, big squeeze the belly muscles. And let's step it through into our forward fold. Oh, gang, your hamstrings have to be feeling so good right now. I hope they are. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, back down and reverse your swan dive all the way up, 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 and back. Hands to heart into Tadasana. And give yourself a little shimmy shake, jellyfish around, quick drink. Okay, we're gonna move on. So now you have warrior one, warrior two, some kneeling lunges. We're going to move on to warrior three. It's a balance challenge. So if you're near a window, wall, chair, you might wanna hold on to it. Let's begin. I'll face you to the side again. We're gonna begin on that right foot, and you're gonna start to tap your left toe back. And this is going to kind of mimic your spinal balance from earlier on. We're going to be tipping at the hip and treating our body kind of like a seesaw, coming into the capital letter T, okay? And then you're going to come all the way back up. Try that again. Lengthen your spine, exhale. Now you got to really activate that left butt cheek and keep your knee pit straight as an arrow, as straight as you can, like you're trying to kick your footprint through the wall behind you. Okay? So that was 3 reps. Now I want you to try that on the other side. Balancing is known to be challenging because it pulls you into the present moment, and if you're not balanced physically, there's probably something else in our lives that is also out of whack. Because we need patience, and patience, my friends, means time. Think if you had all the time, like you had nowhere to be, and it was just like this lazy Sunday. It's glorious. It sounds like a fantasy, doesn't it? But that means that you probably have all the patience for that day because you don't have anywhere to be. So this is where we want to exercise patience. You are where you are meant to be right here and right now. So we have to practice that patience. You have the time to do it. Good. Shake your body out, relax that calf. We're going to now add on an arm gesture. Ooh la la. Shifting your weight to your right foot. And you're gonna take that left hand, hitchhiker thumb out and up. So I'm gonna kind of super glue this left bicep by my ear. And now I'm going to seesaw forward. Reach it out. Good, activating glutes, legs, spine. Come all the way back up, tap it down. 2 more. Inhale and exhale, reach out. And back up. And 1 more time. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, strengthen. Now draw that Uddiyana Bandha up and in. Come all the way back up. Tap it down. Wunderbar. Shimmy. Yes, everyone deserves a good shimmy every day. Now, take it to side 2. Right hitchhiker thumb up, lengthen, and exhale. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Hit that letter T. Now, because I'm not watching myself in the video, I sure as heck hope that my form is good. But you know what? Yoga is really about a feeling, right? I want to feel and experience these shapes. I want to see how I can grow them. And as you grow your practice, you're going to be so curious on what your body can do. You know what? 1 more just for the heck of it, gang. Inhale and exhale. Capital letter T. It's like Sesame Street. Do you remember that? When you put all the people up and they would into the different alphabet letters? Okay. So now you have your warrior 1, your warrior 2, your warrior 3. I want you to stay standing. We're going to work on figure 4. So you're going to be shifting your weight to the side, okay? And we're going to lift our knee up towards the ceiling. Think like you're a marionette, okay? And there's somebody manipulating your strings, specifically on this knee. Now you're going to take a little kick of your heel over to the side. You see that? Little kick, as if like I had, for those of you who might remember this reference, a hacky sack. And that's all I got. That's all the mobility I have at this leg, and that's all right. So from here, I'm going to kick over, and I'm going to see if I can cross my ankle just above my knee. And you're going to take a little baby squat down and lift it up, okay? And then I'm going to let you relax, shake out that calf. We're going to repeat this a couple times. Repetition is the mother of all skill. Inhale, lift the knee, and exhale, give me that little kick, okay? So we're just seeing right now what's going on with our hips. And the reason I'm doing this, especially with adults, is because the tightest muscles in the body are here. The piriformis muscle, it's this tiny little triangle muscle, tight triangle muscle in the outer hip, as well as the iliopsoas. And this is where the iliopsoas connects your torso to your legs. So think about that. And that needs some attention. So here we are in figure 4. Now think about pressing your left knee down towards the ground. Oh gosh, isn't that delicious? And come all the way up, lift the knee and down. Good. Now that we got it, we're going to flaunt it. So give yourself a little moment to breathe. You'll notice I do some tapping on my chest. In future videos, I will teach you more about that technique as well. All right, let's shift over. Hike your knee up. Give me that hacky sack kick. See if you can cross over. Keep that foot that's in the air super duper flexed. Drop down until you feel the stretch. And then in the world of yoga, that's where we say that's when you start to count your breath in terms of duration. Yeah? So just when you want to get out of the pose is actually when the pose starts. Isn't that fun? Take your thumbs to your heart. See if you can drop down a couple more inches. You're doing swell and come all the way back up. Good. Extend and give your body a shake. Let's shift it over to the other side. Inhale, high knee, and I am, guess what? Do my butt squeeze. Oftentimes our balances go because we forget the biggest muscle in the body is not helping us because we sit on it all day. Darn it. Good. Let's breathe for 3, 2, smile. And last one, come all the way up, hike the knee up, good, and relax, shake it out. All right, but wait, there's more. We're gonna add some arms to this just for an element of excitement and challenge. And if you want to, you can hop up and down on one leg. I'll let you do that. Psych. Okay, lift the knee, kick it over. And I can also use my hands to help me, that's fine. Just avoid pulling on your joints, all right? For obvious reasons. We don't want any of those suckers popping out on us. All right, drop down. Now I'm gonna bring my hands to my sternum. And man, I'm gonna tell you what, I really want to go deeper. I really do, but I don't think I can today. And so there is this element with all movement to listen to your body. You do want to challenge yourself, but at the same time, we have to let go of ego to say, I don't feel like pulling a hamstring today. Now let's come all the way out to exit. Nice. I use my arms to balance, specifically almost like a tightrope walker would use his pole horizontally to walk across a balance beam. So I want you to think that when we extend arms in space, let's go to the other side, that's what you want to utilize them for, to help you with the balance. Sometimes when I first have yoga virgins, you know, they'll just kind of hang out like this, like they don't want to do the arms or something. Oh, no. We got to have the whole body involved into this equation, into this yoga party, so that you can really, really be successful with it. Inhale, exhale, sink. Inhale, exhale, sink. One more, inhale. And exhale, come on out, everyone. Shake it out, really nice. Give yourself a couple butt kickers. So now let's go through that little sequence one more time. Meet me at the top of your mat. Bring both toes together to touch. We're gonna squeeze our butt 100%. Everybody, deep breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, blow me a kiss. And forward fold. Inhale, take a breath, halfway lift, navel to spine. Exhale, back down, hands plant to the mat. Step it back, high to low push-up. Inhale, glide your way into an easy cobra. Exhale, come on back into your activated child's pose. Come on up into all fours and step that right foot through kneeling lunge. Inhale, open the arms out to the side. And then exhale, bring your hands to your instep on that right leg. Slide and glide that right foot back. Now, let's take the left leg through into a kneeling lunge. Open up the heart, the chest, the lungs. Lift, pull those shoulder blades together. Big open fingers, think like jazz hands or spirit fingers. And exhale, come on down. Allow that left foot to come back. Meet me in your double D. Breathing in and breathing out. Big conscious breath. Inhale, rise high. Exhale, bend deep. Step your feet to your hands. Big juicy hugs all the way around. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, back down. Reverse your swan dive all the way out. Come on up, hands to your heart. And let's pop quiz you. Warrior 1, 2, 3. You got it? Let's see. Right foot forward. We're going to step it back. Let me see that warrior 1. And for this one, we were raising the roof up, working the extensors of the hands, and exhale, sinking. Good. Let's try the other side. Step through. Square hips. Back foot, how many degrees? 45. Inhale high. Exhale, open. This is a nice big pec and bicep stretch. Ooh, feels so yummy. Step it in. Warrior 2. So note the difference. We want to make sure that we're opening up now through the left hip socket. You feel the inner thigh stretch. Show me your strong, bold position of the warrior. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, contract the back of your throat. Ujjayi breathing or ocean sounding breath. Now let's step it forward. Take it to side 2. Step it back. Externally rotate on that right foot. Present your powerful warrior. Oh, luxurious, isn't it? Come on and breathe. Yes. Step it through or hop it through. Take a couple steps back on your mat. Here we go for warrior 3 on the right foot. Hitchhiker thumb out, seesaw forward, even out your hips. We, capital letter T. Good. And let's take it to the next side. So now we're just flowing. We're going, we're flowing. This is to get everything in your memory bank so that you can just bust this out without me anytime you want. All the way back to standing. Good, gang, very nice. Face my direction if you're not already. Okay, and let's come into that figure 4 stretch where we're shifting our weight, hiking that knee up nice and high, and drop down, feeling the hip open, reaching fingers up towards the sky. Yes, stand it up, take it to the other side. Knee high, kick it on over, drop down. You still got your balance with me. Awesome. And relax, release. I think you've earned a water break for that. Nice job, everybody. So from now, we're gonna mosey on down towards the floor. Big toes together to touch. This is how we mosey in yoga, by the way. Everything's about the swan dive. Okay? Everything's about the swan dive. We come forward, you blow me a kiss, and you're gonna step it back into your downward dog. And then we're gonna drop down onto our knees. Awesome. Okay, so from here, we are going to come into one of my favorite poses, and it's called staff's pose. It's another one where you gotta separate the flesh from your sitting bones. You wanna pull your toes back. You can kind of rumble strip the knees. Take a full breath, inhale, and exhale. Look at what this is. Mwah, swan dive. I've noticed a lot of times people have a hard time keeping their back elongated with this, and that we're tucked under here. And typically what happens is because we think that we can go further if we round the back. Au contraire, we can't. So you want to think about almost putting an arch in your lower back as you start to come forward, and maybe just walking the hands as far as your body allows. Okay, so bowing forward in the staff pose. Now you're gonna look out to come on up, just like we do on our swan dive, okay? Rumble strip the legs, let's try this again. Inhale, and exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then lift all the way up. Now squeeze your pelvic floor, your navel. That is also going to help you so you're not bearing all that weight in your back. I know it's a lot, but I promise you, eventually there's going to be light bulb moments. All these cues will make sense and resonate. It takes a minute. To become a master of movement, a master of your own universe, I want you to think about right now, what are you just really good at? What are you known for? What's your profession? Yes? So think about that. If you can master that, you can master anything. It's a matter of focus and desire, and having that desire for yourself in other aspects of your life will add such richness and perhaps a new appetite and zest for life that you didn't even think you could step into. And I've experienced that myself in so many ways. So, more to come. All right, so right now I'm just hanging out. I'm bouncing in butterfly. By the way, this is called butterfly. Now push your knees down energetically with your outer thighs. Good. And then bounce it out. This bounce, eventually I'd like to teach you guys something called the psoas shake, where it's a trauma releasing exercise that has been used for people with PTSD. So I hope that you'll join me in other yoga foundations where we can start to explore all these amazing modalities that help us heal, that help us evolve, and help us to ascend our own personal spiral staircase of life. All right, you're not off the hook yet. So we're about to come into some of the most important parts of our practice. So I want you to take one knee and just help yourself down onto your back. You can bring a pillow or block into your knees. We're going to take a double knee drop as we go side to side. My hands are into the capital letter T, and I'm just allowing myself to start to relax and let go. As you inhale through the center, you'll exhale as the knees drop to the side, engaging your core. Good job. One more time each way. Oh, wonderful. Block or no block, it really doesn't matter. You're gonna bring your heels in towards your butt, and we're gonna come into bridge pose. So you can watch me first before doing this, because you don't wanna start to move your head side to side in this next pose. I wanna start to kind of walk my shoulder blades underneath me, squeeze my knees together, inhale, lift the hips, and then just swallow. Now I'm gonna side eye you, I'm not gonna fully look at you, okay? Now keep your glutes engaged. And I want you to think about pressing the back of your head into your mat, everybody. Now, back bends in general, I'm going to consider this a back bend, happen with the legs, okay? So don't allow yourself to make it about, like, we think back bend, oh my gosh, pain in the back. No, no, no. This is actually, it's misleading for that name. Sometimes I think people get a little freaked out. But the more you activate your legs, you're like, wow, I totally needed this posture, right? We are physical creatures. We are meant to move. So this is why we need this stuff. Slowly lower down with strength and control. Very good. So I'm going to take this block away, not knowing if you have it or not. But we're going to do a couple of crunches. You're going to take a levitating crunch today. We're going to flare the toes up towards the sky and run our thumbs down the nape of our neck. Inhale, and an exhale, you're going to levitate. Chin is lifted. So I want you to think that your imaginary balloon that we had attached to the sternum, now I just put it on your chin, okay? So it's not really about how many reps we do today. I just want you to feel it. The mind-muscle connection is just that. To close your eyes and say, okay, can I feel the shaking and quaking and the quivering in my rectus abdominals, that internal six-pack? I promise you, your body will transform before your very eyes the more you start to focus on these beautiful muscles and tell yourself that they're strong, that they're transforming, and you can direct those thoughts to any aspect of your physical self and of course of any aspect of your life, but you command them to do what you want to do. You are conditioning the cells of your body to do what you want them to do. Last one. Good, gang. Come back into that bridge pose. Fingertips point towards the heels, lift up. Breathe into the belly muscles. Again, lift up a little higher, squeeze those legs. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift up, and exhale back down. Now pretend like you're trying to raise the roof again, but this time with your feet. We call this dead bug. Oh my goodness, so good. Now if you have a pillow for this, because if your butt's in the air like you just don't care, you want to put that pillow right underneath your head. All right, oh, it feels so good. Now really pull those knees into your armpits, and then you're going to smile because you're going to go side to side. We call this happy baby, or if you're at my pole dancing studio, we call it welcome home, honey. But we point our feet for that one, no flexed feet. So just rock side to side, feel the posterior part of you get a nice massage. Oh, I just love this. All right. Now, for future videos, I will teach you more, but for right now, we are going to relax with each other. So I want you to stretch your body nice and long, kind of like you're in a California king bed. Maybe if you need to take any other twist side to side, please do so. To relax today, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And this is where you might want to use your pillow, because your pillow can go under your head. And if you have another one, I mean, experiment, see what feels good. Put one under your hips. I don't really like this option, I'll be honest. So get into a position where you can relax. Do not pause this video. Don't be like me. I used to be like this decades ago when I first started practicing yoga. Today what you're going to do, you're going to rub your palms together. Inhale, and exhale. You're going to take your hands right on top of your hips, and I want you to close your eyes. Now keep your eyes closed. I am going to be probably sitting up, pretending that I'm watching you as I talk you through this. So listen, give yourself permission to relax and to let go. And with this gentle touch, feel your legs and your hips relax. How does your body feel? How do your legs feel right now? different than when they did when you started. Today, we are surrounding ourselves in a force field of light. This cleansing light that is from a loving source is here not only to protect us from negative influences from the outside, but is to clean out the clutter and the dirt. That's the only way to clean a house. You got to find the dirt. So any emotions, any negative thoughts that you've been thinking, go right into them, and we're going to scrub them up. So now, bring your hands back to your heart and give them a nice rub again. And you're going to take your right hand to your low belly and your left hand to your heart, connecting these two power points, giving yourself permission to just breathe into that right hand, giving yourself kind of like a baby belly. And with that left hand, nourishing your heart chakra, your heart center, bringing love to yourself and compassion to yourself and to others. Any person that might come to mind, maybe it's not you, maybe it's somebody else that ticked you off. Can you visualize them like you would visualize a little child who's innocent? Can you forgive them? Can you forgive yourself? Even just for a minute, release that burden. Now our last hand position today, as you're rubbing your palms together, you're going to place your hands over your eyes just like you were to play peekaboo with a child. And with this gentle touch, placing your hands over your eyes just like you were playing peekaboo with a child. And with this gentle touch, completely relax, let go, give your mind the chance to just be at peace, telling yourself, it is okay for me to relax. I am safe, I am loved, I am enough, and I am important. Take a full breath, inhale everyone. And as you exhale, I'd like you to move your hands anywhere on your body that you intuitively feel drawn to. What you are experiencing now is a form of hands-on healing, and it's called Reiki. But guess what? It's just like getting a hug from somebody you love. Releasing that oxytocin, feeling comfort, feeling secure, and feeling certainty in this moment so that we can be better at this movie of life. After all, it's the first time we're all going through it together. So give yourself grace. We all have the opportunity to have a fresh start every single day. Now, start to straighten your legs out. If you have a pillow under your head, I'd like you to take it out, away. You're going to roll to your left or to your right into the fetal position here. Take another cleansing breath in through the nose and out. And slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position, just like we did when we started, but maybe cross your opposite leg over. It's up to you. As we invite our hands to our heart center, I'm going to share with you the word namaste. And at the end of every video, I want you to say namaste back to me. Namaste means this: I honor the place in you where the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you of love, of light, of truth and peace. I honor this place in you so that when you are in this place in you and I am in this place in me, we are one. So let's summarize that. Bring our hands to our third eye, this gland here in your brain that imagined all this awesome stuff happening for you, not to you. Let's bid each other the word namaste. All right, everybody, give yourself a round of applause. And how about a pat on the back? Because if you don't do it, I don't know if anybody else is going to today. So gang, I hope you enjoyed Empowered Yoga Foundation's video 1, and I look forward to seeing you at our next video. Ciao for now.